Hello everyone, it's Mr. Markage here, and I'm making this video to show you how to make an MW2 TU8 mod menu. This is for beginners only, because I'm sure that's the only people that are going to be watching, so it's not going to be nothing going too extreme yet. So first of all, this video is going to be like setting things up, getting everything ready, and I've put together this little list of what you will need, like, to get started. Obviously you need a couple of programs. What you got is Visual Studio 2010. That's my personal preference, and I'm sure that's what most other people use. You don't have to use this, you can use like Notepad++ and all that, but I do recommend getting Visual Studio 2010. Another thing you'll need is Xbox Neighborhood. You do need this because obviously you need to test it, and it's a really quick way to keep putting patches to and from your Xbox or RGH from your PC. You also need it to let it know what platform you're coding on, and it lets it know that you're doing 360. So that's an important program. And another thing that you need to know is you have to install Studio 2010 first and install Neighborhood after. And when you're installing Neighborhood, make sure that you do the full installation and not the other option. Right, now you have that, you'll need this, and you'll need some sort of menu base to look and learn from. In this video I'm using James's menu base, and I know this is a really bad one, but it's really easy to learn from, and that's why I chose it, because obviously beginners watching this, and yeah, I think it's the best I'll be able to show you how everything works in this base. You'll also need a basic knowledge of C++, because that's what the language we're coding in. And obviously your JTAG RGH for testing the patches once you made it. Right, so that's that. I'll put down a link for this folder here, basically the mod menu tutorial, and inside this you'll get these files here. What you want to do is open up this one here. Obviously once all your programs are installed, open up this file here, and that will bring you to this. Once you're in here, you want to drop down this tab here, go into source files and open dllload.cpp, and this will open the code for the menu. Right, and this is James's base, and I'm quickly going to show you something before we move on. Right, you'll have a build button up here. If you don't have the build button, that means you did something wrong when installing. As you can see, I have Xbox 360 up here, so it knows what we're doing for the platform. Right, so if you don't have the build button, you need to reinstall your programs in the order which I said. Right, so that's that. When you've made changes to your coding and want to build your patch, put it on your Xbox, you click build and then build your DLL load. Once down here it says it's built, finish building, you want to come into the source folder, DLL load, debug folder, and find the DLL load.dll, and you'll know if this has worked because the date modified, it says 7/16, but it's only 1/13 for me now. So obviously I built this a long time ago, but this is just what I'm using for this video. Right, now into the code, what you'll need to do now is just have a look. Before you do anything, just have a look through and like see what everything does. C++ basically reads top from bottom, so like the main things you want at the top and then work your way down as you'd go. So I'll show you a few things of the main things. Like here, you'll need to know about this. This is where you add every piece of like heads up display, like all your shaders, text, as you can see. So this is where you want to spawn everything, and then once you've added something here, you need to come down to here and you need to cache it. As you can see, all here what we got, like the text 10:1 shaders, is all up here in wherever this is here. So everything you put here, you need to add onto this list here. And this is the the start of the game. And if you don't want see this stuff here, it's like no full damage. This will give you it default when the game starts. You'll get this stuff. If you just want it to be normal, just remove all this stuff away. Right, so yeah, basically this is the main menu here. It's nothing special at the minute. All it is a big black shader going down the screen with 4 sub-menus. And everything you add into this main menu, you need to come down when this starts lagging and put it here. Basically, what this means is when you press the back button to go back to the main menu, it will need to load it again, so it needs to know where it is. Everything here is your scroller, and how this works is you have however many options you've got in the menu, so like 5, and then down here you put 1 less than what is in the menu. My computer's being... So yeah, this is the scroller, and each sub menu you add, you will have to add a new case. So if I add another one, I'll copy and paste this down here, call it case 6, and then add however many options you put in. Also, these are the options, like the sub menus. So you count how many there is. Obviously there's 5, so it is 5. But if I wanted to add another line, I'll change this to 6. So the scroll bar can actually go down to the option that you added. If not, it will miss the option completely out. So just need to know that, right? And these are all your sub menus here. So you've got the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth. Another thing you could do is if you copy this first line and paste it down here, and you can't have, you see how I've got text 1 2 times, right? You can only have it 1 time. So I'll just put it to 7, as 7's not being used, and I'll just put this text here to sub menu 1. This will be the title of the page, and as every one of these it starts at 96, you need to change this to a bit lower. So I could just change this to 50, for example, and then now that'll be the title of that menu, basically. And you do the same thing for, you copy that, come down to your next menu, put it here, sub menu 2. So you get the idea of how you make titles for your menu. So it's obviously your preference if you want to do that, because it's your menu. It's just a little example of how you would do that. Right, all this is starting from case 2, because in case 1 is all your sub menus. Starting from case 2 is all of the options for your sub menu. So as you can see, case 1, it says the Gold Desert Eagle. If we go back up here when it stops lagging, you can see Gold Desert Eagle is the first option, and then whatever you want to add next, you just say I wanted akimbo default weapon. I won't put capitals because bad spelling. Basically, after this, in case 2, is where you would put the code for default weapon. If you don't know any of the codes, you can go on TTG. There's like a massive, really long list, and I'm sure default weapon's already in here. Yeah, it's here. You'll just get this, and then bring it up into there, and put it here. So I'll comment it out so you know. Basically, 2 slashes is a comment, and default weapon. That's what I would do, so you know what code goes there. Right, so basically, yeah. Now case 3, right, so case 2 is the first submenu. Once you've finished all your options in there, you break it off and you put a case free and start again. This is your second sub menu now, and it's pretty much the same thing now. Case 4, your third, and it just goes on like that until obviously you're finished. And after that, this stuff don't really matter to you, because that just basically does all the game stuff. And then another thing I want to quickly tell you is how to change the color of things. So we'll go to the main menu and we'll find the shader. The main shader is the big black box of the menu. Right, so these three, if you take if you hover over set icon, which mine is a bit laggy, it will tell you all the parameters which it takes. So shader obviously is the name of the shader, and if you take this away here, which I'll do. Right, so this one is your width. 200 is the width of the menu. If you want it to make it bigger or smaller, you increase or decrease this number. This one is the height, which is set to 800, which covers the full height of the screen. Obviously, if you don't want it to be the full height of the screen, you'll lower it. It's simple as that. Right, and this one is your X position. X position is your left or your right. So 320 it's set as is the spot on dead in the middle, which it is set to. If you want it to go more to the left, you decrease that number, and if you want to go to the right, you increase it. Same with the Y position, it's up and down. If you increase it, it goes down, decrease it goes up. The align is just basically the align in the menu. It's simple as that, and this is one of the important parts as well. The R, G, and the B. What this does is set the color. At the minute, it's 3 zeros, which is black, and you can go on a website called colorpicker.com. Choose your color. You can specific color you want your menu to be, and down the side it will tell you a bit about. No, it'll tell you the exact numbers of the R, G, and B. You copy this in the order of it. It goes in the order of R, G, B. It's like that. So the 3 numbers what you get off the website, put them in that order, and that will change the color of the menu. And any other shader that you want, like this is the select bar, the scroll bar, and this is set to, I think, white. Yeah, white. And obviously you can do the same thing. You just choose your colors with your imagination. And the last one is the alpha. This decides how see-through the transparent the menu is, the opacity of it. 255 being like opaque, and the lower more see-through. And so that's that for the shader. And what else can I show you? Like, this is just a quick giving you a bit of information on how to change everything, I guess. Like, this isn't like I'll be making another tutorial about I'll actually add options and change stuff. I'm just showing you now because I don't know when the next tutorial will be, so I might as well give you as much information as you want to know now, in case the next video isn't so quick as you would want it. Yeah, I'm sure that's everything you need to basically know. Like, this is all your options of your menus. These are all your sub menus. But just be sure when you copy and paste it, you change the case numbers, like the menu type numbers as well. Like, so this will be 3 and this will be 4. It's always one number ahead. So just look out for that. You can't have anything the same. And again, remember, if you add one of these, you need to add a scroll. So don't forget that, otherwise the menu will be like, it won't work at all, and it will be pretty pointless adding it. And don't forget to add however many options are in, because if not, your scroller's not going to work properly. Right, so yeah, basically the one last thing I'll show you is the buttons of the menu. If you come up here into where it's declared, you'll see that like these are the buttons you're allowed. Like, there's no but the Y button you can't have, and like all these buttons here listed with an equals you can have. So I think default for this menu base is left trigger and right stick to load the menu. So yeah, if you want to change that to whatever you want, I'll show you where that is now. That is down here. If left trigger and right stick is down, it will open the menu. So you'll just change in here. If I want right trigger and right stick, I'll have that now. It's as simple as that. Make sure it's in capitals though, obviously. And that's the same thing for if RB and LB is to scroll up and down. So like you just change that if you wanted up and down. This base doesn't have the D-pad monitor in. Yeah, you can add it in if you want, or you can just use a different base if you feel like you can learn from that one better. But I personally think this one's easier to learn from. Yeah, just remember this is your main menu, starting from. So once you've added that, you can just easily add more options. But be sure that every one you add another slash and an N. Basically, what this does is means make a new line, so nothing will be on top, like overlapping each other. It'll be perfectly underneath. And so yeah, every line you add, you got to add that and another N to it. And that's that. And I'm pretty sure all I'm going to show you today. If you did enjoy the video, please like it and comment, because not a lot of people have done videos like this, and I just want to show people how to do it, because I don't think it's fair when if people really want to make menus. I like helping people, so if you want to know anything more or stuck, because I don't make tutorials very often, add me on Skype as Mr. Merkage and I'll help you, or anything. If you want to go on TeamViewer, I'll do it just to help you out. So yeah, that's it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to like, and I'll see you next time.